Okay guys, it is time for what you've all been waiting for. It's the recap for my Fire on the Mountain 50K, and I'm recovering pretty good. I haven't ran yet. I'll probably wait till next weekend, or I'll wait until at least a week after to do a couple miles to see how I feel on Sunday. It'll be a week after the ultra. But I thought I'd come up here. This is the first morning I've had since the race that it has been raining. And it's dry. It's not raining, but it's still cloudy up here. But you can still see the leaves. Look at that. We still have leaves here. We still have color. Yes, we still have color up there. Look at those trees there. Still got them. And there was lots of color up there at the Green Ridge State Forest. Lots of color there, and you'll see that in my race footage. But let's recap the race. First of all, I didn't have a travel vlog. It's a little tough sometimes to travel almost 3 hours with 4 children, but we made it work. I went up the night before. We got the race packet, got my shirt. I posted that on Instagram with my bid number. And then the next morning we got up early. Stacy and I did, and Dexter came along with us, and we went to the race location. Took a while to find the place. We weren't too sure because it was dark, hard to read the signs. And then eventually we started seeing cars, and we started following the cars, and more cars followed us, and we got to the right place. But anyway, race started out good. I'll put a picture of the profile map up here, the elevation profile, and you can see from the elevation profile that the beginning starts at the top of a mountain. We call them mountains in West Virginia. They're about 2,000 feet, but after you get off of the first mountain, you go up another one, and it's down and go a little bit flat, and then it starts going up, and the first downward part of the first peak that we hit, going down, it was really steep, and that's where it slowed a lot of people down on that one. But we had people having to wait to go down. I mean, it was like this. Okay, it was like this, going down. And I'm not kidding, down like this. And once you got down that first one, then that was probably 2 miles there. And then you kind of followed like a valley, like a creek. We kept crossing this little creek. The trail just went from one side to the other, and then it would go straight for a while, then go one side to the other. But it was like that for a while, and then we started climbing again, and then probably around mile 13, got to another. It started climbing again, and there was one part that there was like miles of, probably like 5 miles or so of flat, and it seemed like it was flat. It looked flat, but I think it had an incline, just a slow incline. But got close to the oasis. There's a halfway point where the middle rest stop was at, or aid station, and at that area, man, that had a killer hill there. Another straight up tall hill, and these hills, to the oasis, there was a road that we had to climb, and the road was on top of rock. It wasn't gravel, it was rock. It was the kind of rock that was inside the mountain, in the hill. At the top of there, it was a nice view. Then on the way back, it was totally opposite, of course. I think I made a mistake of sitting down and changing my socks, because once I got my socks changed, I got back up, my muscles tightened on me, tightened in my legs, my calves and my hamstrings, my glutes, my quads and my hamstrings, they all tightened up on me. But I ended up, as soon as I got down at the bottom of that first hill after the aid station, I ended up getting my feet wet in the first creek that was down there. So it was all for nothing to put dry socks on. But on the way back, I probably got about 2 miles away, and I started having to slow down because I started cramping. But I just had to slow down a little bit. But then once I got to the area where it's flattened out a lot, and a couple of aid stations, I got some salt, I got some pretzels, I got some more food in me. I started feeling a little bit better here and there, on and off. But then when I would take off running, I would run for a while, then I would get cramped up again. But the last aid station was at mile 26, I think. So the last 5 miles or so were 5 to 6 miles were no aid station. So once I got to pass that last aid station, it was pretty much all or nothing. You know, I'm doing this. I'm going to finish this race. Well, I went to I got it as far as where the last hill was, and it was real steep, and I kind of just power walked up it, and I was lucky enough I got up that hill by power walking, and I didn't stop at all. I got up to the top, started going down it, and when I got down to the bottom, though, I got both of my calves locked up on me, and I had to stand there for probably about a minute and a half to 2 minutes. And once they released, my muscles released, I was able to walk. You'll see on my race footage that after I got past mile 27, I had to walk most of the race after that. I tried to run some. I could run just for maybe like a minute or two, and then I had to stop and walk again. But that's okay, because I was already way past it. The cutoff is 5 hours. Had to be at the halfway point by noon. Well, I was running with along with somebody else that was doing the ultra. That was let's call her a seasoned ultra runner, because she's done many ultras, but this is the first time that she was doing this particular one. And we ended up going got to the halfway point in 3 hours, and I think 3 hours and 30 minutes, because the time that we left at 3:50, so we left before 11 o'clock. We left before 4 hours, so we had over an hour of extra time for us, if we needed to slow down. And that's what she said. She said, we'll walk on the way back. We're not walking to the oasis. So she kind of pushed me along, and we made it. But she got away from me on the second half. She got away from me. I told her, I said, I gotta slow down. I gotta have some water or something. And she said, you shouldn't have sat down when you put those socks on. She said that's. She told me not to when I got up there, but I ended up doing it, and I wasn't even thinking. I just sat down and put them on. But anyway, I got to that very last hill. I'm sorry, not the one that my legs locked up on me, but after my legs locked up on me, I had one more hill still to go up, and it was like a mile. It was a mile hill, mile and a half maybe, if you count clear at the bottom, because it slowly inclined for a while, and then it got steep again. But power walked it and ran when I could. When I got up to the graveled road, I was able to run, because it went up and down a little bit. I was able to run a little bit on that. I ran on the downward stuff, and I walked on the upward stuff. But I got back to the finish line, and there was Stacy and the kids. Sammy was recording me. You'll see that on my race footage. And I finished in 8 hours and 13 minutes. That's my official finishing time, and 14 seconds. So I'm satisfied with that. I wanted to finish between 8 hours and 8.5 hours, and I was almost right in the middle of that. So I'm very happy about that. Very happy about completing, and I'm glad that Stacy and the kids came out and joined me. And would I do this ultra again? Yeah, I think so. The thing I would do differently, I wouldn't drive out there and stay. I would maybe just get up early and go out and do the race and come home. Maybe I'll do that, because it was a little stressful for Stacy and the kids having to wait 8 hours for me. They kind of hung around the area until I was done. I texted her when I was almost done, and she got there in time to be able to film me. My medal was a chocolate bar. But I want to thank everybody for your support, and for the past 18 weeks or 16 weeks, and just let you know, I don't plan on doing another ultra anytime soon. I'm taking a break from running. I'm taking a break from training for anything. I'm still going to be running, but I'm not going to be training for anything particular. Want to take the time for family, and do more things with them instead of taking time away from them so I can go run. I'm going to run when I can. Run after work. I'll run on the weekends. Run, when I have the time by myself without having to take time from them doing things that I need to do for or with them, the family, I mean. But if you guys have any questions about the race, any questions about ultra running, you can ask me in the comments, send me a message, follow me on Instagram, and ask questions there, whatever, or wherever you can find me. And I like to say that I finally now can, on my Instagram post, I'm using the hashtag #UltraRunner. So I can do that now. So like I said, thanks a lot, guys. And I'll keep you posted, let you know what the next race I'm going to do. Maybe a turkey trot, maybe my own turkey trot like I did before. But like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.